The object selection tool is another Photoshop selection tool where Photoshop finds and automatically selects objects or regions like people, cars, pets, buildings. So what you'll do, you'll just hover over it. It'll probably be pink like this all around, but then what you do is you'll make sure you're on lasso mode. You can also change it to rectangle mode, but I just use lasso. And then you just make a rough selection of what you want to select. Click it, finish up the selection, and then it's gonna automatically figure out what you want. Now if you want to add to it, you can hold shift and say we want this little part of the hair. Just make a circle and it'll get the hair a little better. You know, just keep adding in what you want. Sometimes it won't get the best selection, right? You just have to keep circling it and Photoshop will do the rest. If you accidentally selected a little more, you're going to hold Alt and just circle what you want to remove from the selection, right? The top options for this, same thing. We got the tool presets. We got add a new selection, add to your current selection, subtract from your current selection, and then intersect with selection. So we already have an active selection. We want to add to it, right? You'll see a little plus sign by the arrow and the lasso tool. I never usually do that because if I'm on this, I can just hold shift and it adds to it. Now if you want to intersect, that means you're only keeping the parts of the two selections that intersect. Then we got the object finder options right here. If you take this off, it's not going to have any pink overlay. It's just basically going to be a lasso tool. So if we just selected him, it's just going to find the edges and make the selection. If you do have this checked, you can refresh the object finder. You can show all objects. If there's multiple objects in the picture, it'll show them. And then you got additional object finder options. You got auto refresh, manual refresh. You can change the color of the overlay, the outline pixel size, and the opacity. You also got some overlay options to show it always, never, or auto. Then you got mode. Lasso or rectangle. I usually use lasso, but rectangle is good also. You can just select what you want and then Photoshop will do the rest. Then you got sample all layers. This is if you're going to sample colors from the whole image, like every layer that you have. It all depends on the composite. You might need to use it, you might not. Then you also have hard edge. This enforces hard edges on the selection. You can also provide feedback if you want to Photoshop with this button here. And then we got the same thing as the other selection tools. We got select subject, where Photoshop will automatically look for a subject. Right here it just picked, I don't know why it picked this, but you know, it's with each image is different. Then you can choose quicker results or more detailed. I always choose more detailed. And then select and mask. When you click this, it opens up a whole new window where you have your selection, your active selection. You got some tools on the right. You got quick selection tool, refine edge brush tool, the regular brush tool, the object selection. Then you have the lasso and polygonal lasso tool, and then the hand and zoom tools, right? Then over here, you got view mode. You can change, you know, you got onion skin, marching ants. You can have an overlay with a specific color, on black, on white, all those. You can show edge or not, show original or not, real-time refinement, high quality preview. It's also got some presets. You can load or save them. Then there's refine mode. You can do object aware or color aware. you'd want to use color where if there's a lot of color contrast in your image. You got edge detection, global refinements like smooth, feather, and contrast, and shift edge. And then finally, you got output settings. You can choose what to output this to. Say you want to output your selection to a new layer. You can do a new document with a layer mask, new layer with a layer mask. You can output this as just a layer mask itself or a selection. Once you click OK, it's going to output that to this selection, right? So now I got just whatever I had selected as its own layer. It didn't touch the original layer, right? We just have a new one. If you got any questions or comments, shoot them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.